Back on campus with Coach Kelly here, and Coach Kelly coming off a victory versus Arab. You knew that was going to be a tough opponent. You guys get a shutout victory, not just a victory. Change things around, and after last week, you seem to be in a little bit better spirits, Coach, and I see why. But take us back to last Friday night and how that all transpired.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't perfect. Talking to Kyle, I know that he felt like they didn't play their best ball in their first game too, and so really, we were looking at a couple factors that, coming from the first game to this game. One is fixing mistakes, and I felt like we were a little bit cleaner. Weren't perfect again, but the biggest takeaway is our passion was back. For whatever reason, we weren't soft Friday. Kids got after it, talked to them in here after the game, and it's just like, guys, you won't ever regret leaving it all out there. But when you don't, you leave yourself open for regret, and that's not how to live. That's not how to play. That's not what we do here as a program. And so we want guys to lay it on the line, every Friday, because usually good things happen, And to be honest, if I got 11 guys go out there and they leave it all out there and the scoreboard ain't what they want it to be, that's not a regret for me. That just means you got beat by somebody's better, and you got to work in the off season. You got to work, Monday through Thursday to figure it out right there. But it was a lot of fun to see the guys get after it Friday night. Again, we was not perfect. We made a lot of mistakes, but it was just good to be in a lot of adverse situations in the first 2 weeks. We were in a lot of bad positions Friday night. We kind of fought through it, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Bent a little bit, but didn't break. I thought we gave up more yards until I saw the box score, and we really didn't give up that many yards. But the physicality aspect was back, and and just being able to see the guys celebrate was gosh, it was just like a deep breath of fresh air.
Yeah. Coach, last week you implemented, after the Piedmont game, physicality, brought it back, old school Oklahoma drill, stuff like that. Did you see some of that translate on Friday night where they kind of carried over?
Absolutely. I mean, we had Oklahoma on Monday. We had just the team segments on Tuesday that were best on best. We had board drills galore Wednesday, which, to be honest, Wednesday after practice, board drills has been a staple here. Just because our guys get so, first of all, they run their mouth. That whether it's low key or it's whatever, we got chirpers. And I'm going to be honest, I was a little bit of that myself as a player. But it gets to a point where, all right, it's time to let it out before we go to war on Friday. So Wednesday after practice is usually when it's time to get it out. And so it was really good Wednesday. I called it team bonding right there, and then Friday was a phone booth fight is what I like to call it. What I said at halftime, it's like, hey guys, I don't know if y'all know this, but one, this game ain't over, and two, I hope y'all like fighting in a phone booth, because that's what you're in right now.
Yep.
And at no point, if you let off the gas, you're gonna get caught on the chin.
That's right.
And so anyway, they finished good. I always love coming out after halftime and seeing the things that we talk about, we go out and do. So first series on offense, coming back down there and scoring, and then keeping the shutout defensively, and just kind of making them, first thing we want to do on defense, take away their bread and butter. So their run game's their bread and butter. And, So they started throwing around a little bit, trying to in the third and fourth, and so just being able to get them kind of out of rhythm, so to speak, was another positive.
Coach, these first two games was definitely a tune-up to what's coming now. We're into region play, and you got Aniana coming up. I know, two different styles, Arab and Piedmont, but both of those help prepare you for the region play, and you challenge your team. First of all, what do you know about your team after playing those first two games, and then your mindset moving into region play?
I think we got a group that cares, and the ones that don't are no longer with us, so to speak, whether we got rid of them in the summer or whatever. So the guys that's here want to be here. They want to buy in. They want to play to a standard. And then we're capable of good things when we do what we're coached to do, and do it to the physicality and standard that we need to be successful here. And so yeah, that's what I kind of learned the first 2 weeks. Now, coming into region play, it don't get any easier because, Aniana is much improved. Coach Phillips looks like, to me, it looks like them a couple years ago. They got a freshman running back that Fluff's gone. We called him Stuff. I don't know what his real name is, but he looks like a Bothell. He runs good. He's a good-looking kid, and he's a freshman. And their line, O-line, D-line are majority seniors. I feel like past one of their guards, 53, has been there for a century. Every year I turn on the film, last couple of years, like
he's
this
been
kid,
there.
At least that kid's not there, and then it turns out he is there. And so maybe they get red shirts in Aniana. I don't know. If they do, we need to know so we can start doing it down here. But no, they get after it, man. Their front, to me, their front four might be the best front we've seen yet. And so, they're Aniana, man. 730 wins, close to it. Second all time. I think T.R. Miller flirt around with it every other week, you know. And so, winning tradition up on the mountain. Good thing we ain't got to go up the mountain. The game's here, but it's gonna be a dogfight. I know, with the year that they had last year, and then making playoffs the year before, but not really making a run. I think they made it to the second round. That's not who Aniana is. I know that's not what the community is. I know Coach Phillips, and to be honest, our teams are very similar in what we do. Offensively, you look at them. Offensively, you look at us. The schemes and what we do as offenses are very, very similar. And then defensively, man, they get after you. If they man you up, they're gonna man you up. They're gonna stack the box. They're gonna make you try to do something else other than run the football. So, to be honest, it might be another phone booth fight. We'll see. And so anyway, I feel like our guys are ready. From a physicality standpoint, they just had 2 physical wars, one where we just took it and one where we decided we were tired of being the nail. We was going to be the hammer a little bit. And so Friday night, we need to correct the mistakes but still play with that type of physicality. And, we'll see what happens. But the region, to me, looks improved after first 2 weeks. Hoax Bluff looked really good on tape the other night. Alexander looked really good on tape the other night. And these are clips and stuff that I've seen. I haven't seen it all just because I don't get that far ahead. But, just looking at scores and looking at the highlights, looks like the region's improved. So we got to make sure we're improving every single week so we're picking at the right time. And it might need to be Friday.
Yeah, Aniana beat Locust Ford, who beat them the year before, but they beat them pretty handily, 58-13, I think, on week 1, and then they had a week to rest up and prepare and game plan for you guys. So heading into this week, Coach, before we shut the video down, just final thoughts. Always like to throw it back to you. Just could be anything.
Man, I was pleased with our attendance. Sometimes I use these outlets like radio show, whatever, to kind of get after our fan base being spoiled and whatnot, but we had a really good gate Friday night. ARAB helped because they travel well, and so we're looking forward to another Friday night. Warrior Stadium packed crowd. I know Aniana's going to travel well, so man, it was good to be back at home, Warrior Stadium, and I'm looking forward to all the rest of them we got.
Coach, I appreciate you sitting in with us, and as always, we had Mr. Woods was our player of the week this week, so a lot of good things going on here at Cherokee County. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.